Elves Brener versus Guram
Save the
Kutateladze.
best for
Sorry.
last. Save the best for last. This fight was
Dude,
awesome.
yeah, I
That was
love
so
whenever
sick.
you have like Brenner come in like this with
Yeah,
the
with the
war
headdress.
hat. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's awesome, man. It's so cool. But dude, Kutateladze coming out like an absolute world beater. Earlier we talked about Dawson taking
Mhm.
whatever you give him in grappling and him
Yeah.
adjusting off of that. Kutateladze was doing that with the striking. You know, if
Yeah.
he was coming in low, he'd throw a quick knee. If he had that high guard, he was coming in with the elbow straight up the middle.
hmm
Like he was finding very creative ways to make sure that he was landing strikes on Brenner.
Yeah.
Man, cut him up.
And, yeah, cut him up bad. I mean, they didn't talk about. We've always talked about Kutateladze and how he looks so impressive and they're so promising his future and stuff, but he's just had all these different like weird issues, right? Like, I think he even stepped in on this one on short notice. Brener was supposed to fight somebody else. Kutateladze steps in, but if you look at his like tapology, it's like he gets his UFC debut. He beats Matush Gamrot in his debut. Promising. He then
Very
had
good.
two canceled fights. He fights Ismagulov. He loses that by split decision, and then two more canceled fights against Moises and Malarkey. And then now he steps in on this one on short notice. He's had to pull out for injuries, visa issues, things like that. I almost think maybe he's overtraining, to be honest, because
Mm.
the dude is, I mean, just absolutely shredded. And the gas tank was a little suspect here, and he's had so many injuries that I wonder if he's just pushing himself way too hard before the fight even happens, you know? And I don't want to give him any like excuses or anything like that for why he lost his fight because Brenner's also just fucking tough as nails and very good in his own right. But this was a great back and forth. I thought Brenner was winning that first round, and then Kutateladze just clipped him hard at the end of the round and was like,
Yep.
props to Tyone because Brenner kind of looked out on his feet there. I think if he fell, he probably would have they probably would have called the fight. And then in that second round, when Kutateladze had him was on top of him, and he lands that elbow right on the forehead and just splits him way
Instant
open.
split
Yeah,
on
that was
slow motion.
nasty, man. Yeah, and then his hair's
Oh,
white, so the whole like left side of his head was just completely red, and the right side is just like silver hair. And these guys just went to war. Uh, and I think this is one where Brenner was like a plus 600 underdog when he got the
mm.
finish.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah, going into the third, I'm pretty sure it was Kutateladze plus 540 or something like that. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy, and the sequence that finished it was awesome because uh, Brenner was kind of walking them down, and they're clinching, and Kutateladze's landing that elbow on the break when they after the clinch, and then like you said, he's just taking these openings, and Kutateladze rips him to the body, big, and then at the same time, Brenner throws a hook up top. Kutateladze throws another hook to the body, and they separate. And then Brenner's like, I can throw body shots, and he throws this massive from behind his back, massive left hook to the body. And Kutateladze, they didn't say anything about it, but Kutateladze took a step back and almost like turned like, "Ooh, that one got me. Like I'm about to
Yeah.
take a knee." And they didn't, but he didn't. He came back into the fire and they started trading again. And that's when Brenner clipped him with that left hand right on the neck, almost like.
Yeah, it was
And
on the neck.
yeah, and you see his like shoulders dropped. It was weird. Like he was like it like shut him off.
Well, did you see what he was doing after they stopped the fight?
No, I missed that.
No, so he's on his knee, right? To your point, punched on the neck, shoulders drop.
Brutal.
He turns towards the
Yeah.
fence, and he's like, "Damn, I'm screwed." So as
Yeah.
soon as they actually wave it off, you see him hold his fingers up,
Oh,
and
I
he
did
starts
see that.
moving
He's
them
like,
around, and he starts trying to touch each finger, like he's making sure
yeah,
that he has senses on all his fingers again. So, dude,
yeah.
that must have struck some type of nerve or did something with his neck where it just created a
I
tingling
did see
sensation
that.
all down his
I,
arms.
I forgot about that. I saw that and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like checking and like looking at his fingers and like trying to move one by one to touch his thumb. And so you know that something happened to his nervous system with that punch right to the neck,
Yeah.
man. Right to
That
the
was a
neck. That
dog
shut him
fight.
off.
Dog
It was
fight.
such a fun fight.
Yeah.
Such a fun fight.
Brenner's a savage, dude.
All right, and I think that those were all the fights we're going to cover from UFC on ESPN 48. I think it's what it was called. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with it.
They call all these different things. It's UFC Vegas 76, UFC on ESPN 48. Like
UFC on ABC.
you know what we need to do? We need to go back to like names. You know, like Pride Shockwave, like They had all these like,
Yeah.
cool names, UFC something, no mercy,
Yeah. It's like UFC, another main event strictly. Or
UFC, iCarly.
iCarly stands. Shout out Toasty, man. Such a good reference. Hey everybody, Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.